A family dispute over money now playing out in court.
Prosecutors allege two granddaughters of the owner of Malara's Italian restaurant stole more than $500,000 combined.
We were the first to report that story yesterday, and today our John Chapman was there when the granddaughters appeared in court.
State of Nebraska versus Ashley Gomez, here at 26-485.
Ashley Gomez stands before a county court judge facing 2 felony charges. Each of the charges carry a maximum 20 years in prison.
On or about January 1st, 2023 to July 1st, 2023, defendant used the elderly victim's credit card to make purchases in the amounts of, in total, of $9,566. And then for the other count, on or about January 17th, 2023, defendant misled the elderly victim into issuing the defendant a check for $150,000.
Alexandria Kuda faces 1 charge of theft by unlawful taking, also accused of misleading her grandmother into giving her a check for $150,000. Caterina Malara was the owner of Malara's Italian restaurant, a South Omaha landmark. Other family members filed charges when they discovered $300,000 missing from the Caterina Malara Trust when they admitted Mrs. Malara for long-term care.
They made a complaint that there were other family members who had taken advantage of the grandmother, who was the original owner of that restaurant. And we did see some things that were troubling with regarding some checks that were written and use of credit cards.
In the complaint, it states the family had a meeting after Mrs. Malara's death in 2023. The complaint states the 2 defendants tried to convince Caterina Malara to give them money only after they found out they had been removed from the trust. After the meeting, the 2 defendants agreed to give the money back. Malara's was indeed a family-owned restaurant. It has been closed for 2 years after serving the Omaha community for decades.
Whenever you're dealing with an inter-family dispute, there's questions that arise later. And so it's an ongoing case. We'll see what happens, where this all leads us. And I can't really go into too many details about it right now. But it's a fairly sad situation to see this restaurant closed and the family kind of torn apart.
In Omaha, I'm John Chapman, First Alert 6.
Ashley Gomez and Alexandria Kuda need to post $5,000 each to get out of jail. Their next court appearances are set for late February.